As a parent, you're probably thinking about your kids' financial future. It's hard not to when you see headlines about the soaring cost of living. You want to give your kids a head start, but where do you even begin, especially if you don't feel like a financial expert yourself? Well, the good news is, you don't need to be a Wall Street guru to raise financially savvy kids. The most powerful money lessons aren't taught in a classroom, they're learned at home, just by watching you. Seriously, so many adults wish their parents had just talked to them more about money. In this video, I'm going to share 5 simple habits you can start building with your kids today to put them on the path to financial freedom. It all starts with something you're already doing, being their parent. Habit 1. Be the financial role model. They need first up, and this one is huge. You have to be the financial role model they need. They say more is caught than taught, and your kids are watching everything. They see how you budget for groceries, they hear how you talk about bills, and they notice your spending habits. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being a little more open about your process. One of the easiest ways to do this is to just think out loud. When you're at the store, say something like, "Okay, this brand is a few bucks cheaper so we can put that extra money toward our vacation fund." Or, I really want this new gadget, but paying off the car is the bigger goal right now, so I'll wait. You're not just shopping, you're giving them a live demo of setting priorities and delaying gratification. This also goes for how you handle financial stress. Don't hide every money challenge from your kids. Keeping them completely in the dark can make money seem like a scary, taboo topic. Instead, frame it in a way they can understand. You could say, "Hey, we're being a little more careful with our fun money this month because we need to save up for that new tire." This makes managing money feel like a normal, solvable part of life. Your actions are literally the blueprint they'll use later, so showing a calm, thoughtful approach is the best lesson you can give. Habit 2. Make money a normal conversation. Next, make talking about money as normal as asking what's for dinner. In way too many families, money is a tense or off-limits topic, which just creates fear and ignorance. The more you talk about finances in a calm, everyday way, the more confident and capable your kids will become. So how do you actually do this? Start by including them in small family financial talks. You don't need to show your 10-year-old your 401k statement, but you can definitely plan a vacation budget together. Let them have some input. Ask, "If we choose the hotel with the huge pool, it means we have less money for souvenirs. What do you think is the better trade-off?" This is a real-life lesson in opportunity cost, the idea that choosing one thing means giving up another. Let's be real, we live in a tap-to-pay world where money can feel totally abstract. Show them a payslip and explain that money comes from work and effort. It doesn't just magically appear when you wave a plastic card. Use everyday moments, like grocery shopping, to talk about comparing prices or planning meals to stick to a budget. Having these open conversations takes the mystery out of money and replaces it with confidence. Habit 3. Make earning and budgeting tangible. All right, habit number 3 is all about getting hands-on. Kids learn by doing, and an abstract word like budgeting doesn't mean much until they can actually see it and feel it. This is where linking chores to an allowance comes in handy. It's the most basic way to teach the work-earn connection. But just handing them cash isn't enough. You have to show them what to do with it. This is where the famous 3-jar system comes in, and it's popular for a reason. It works. Get 3 clear jars and label them. Spend, save, and give. Clear jars are key because they can literally watch their money grow, which is super motivating. When they get their allowance, have them split it up. There's no perfect formula, but a 50% for spend, 40% for save, and 10% for give is a great starting point. The spend jar gives them the freedom to make small buying decisions and mistakes. The give jar teaches them about generosity. And the save jar? That's where the real magic happens. This jar is for bigger goals, like a new bike or a video game. Helping them set a goal, track it, and finally buy the item they've been waiting for is an incredible lesson in patience and discipline. If you're finding these tips helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel reach more parents. And if you want to keep building a strong financial foundation for your family, make sure you subscribe. How do you teach your kids about money? Let me know in the comments. Habit 4. Teach smart spending, not just hoarding. It's easy to get so focused on saving that we forget to teach the other half of the equation, spending wisely. Financial freedom isn't about never spending, it's about spending on what truly matters. This habit is all about turning them into conscious consumers. The key here is teaching the difference between needs and wants. This is a conversation you can have anywhere. When an ad comes on TV, ask, is that something we actually need or just something we want? This helps them start to see through persuasive marketing. Give them some real-world practice. Let them manage a small budget for something like their own clothes or hobby supplies. This forces them to make choices. Maybe they can get one expensive brand name hoodie or 3 cool shirts from a different store. There's no wrong answer, but the act of deciding teaches them to weigh their options and live within their means. When they're ready to buy something with their own money, teach them to be a smart shopper. Show them how to compare prices online or wait for a sale. These little lessons add up, slowly turning an impulsive kid into a thoughtful consumer who gets the value of $1. Habit 5. Introduce the magic of growth. This final habit is what really kicks things into high gear for early financial freedom, showing them that their money can make more money. Once they get the hang of earning, saving, and spending, it's time to introduce interest and investing. For younger kids, you don't need fancy charts. Just open a savings account for them at a real bank. Take them with you, let them make the deposit, and then show them on the statement where the bank added a little extra money called interest. Explain that the bank is rewarding them for letting it hold on to their money. You can even create your own parent match, offering to add 50 cents for every dollar they put into their long-term savings jar to show them what a return looks like. For teens, you can introduce the idea of compound growth with the snowball analogy. Explain that their savings is a tiny snowball at the top of a hill. As it rolls, it picks up more snow, getting bigger and bigger, faster and faster. That's compounding. Their money earns interest, and then that interest starts earning its own interest. Time is their biggest advantage, and starting early builds a much bigger snowball down the road. You could even open a custodial investment account and let them pick a few stocks in companies they know and use. This makes investing feel real and exciting, and teaches them that money is a tool for building a future. My daughter turned 18 recently, and I immediately opened an account for her on a trading platform, which I will manage and invest with her until she is capable of managing it by herself. We have a plan in place, and I have educated her about the power of compounding and the financial freedom she could achieve by the time she is 30 years old, just by being disciplined and sticking to the plan. All right, so there you have it. 5 simple habits to set your kids up for financial success. Be the role model, talk about money openly, make earning tangible, teach smart spending, and introduce them to the magic of growth. Raising money-smart kids isn't about having all the answers. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is say, you know what, I'm not sure, let's learn about that together. It's all about starting the conversation and giving them a safe place to practice. By instilling these habits, you're not just teaching them about money. You're giving them the confidence and skills to build a life of security and freedom. That's one of the greatest gifts you can give. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on building family wealth. And don't forget to share your own tips in the comments below. I'll see you in the next video.